about to take a fight into B main, but you guys probably won't notice what makes Donk so good in this fight. If you guys watch closely, you might be able to spot it once Flip peeks out of B main. And right there, if you notice what he does, then you're probably a very high level player. But if you have no idea what Donk does, what makes him so good, make sure you guys watch this whole video and subscribe to the channel so you can see what Donk does that makes him super well in game. And we're going to break that down right now. But before we do that, make sure you guys check out the sponsor of this video, Skins Monkey.
Skins Monkey is a CS2 skins trading site and marketplace that provides an instant way to get new skins. My favorite thing about Skins Monkey is that I can trade skins that I no longer want and trade it for a skin that is equal value. If you use code Louis CS2, you get a $5 bonus on your first trade. If you want to buy skins, you can get a 30% deposit bonus plus an extra 5% using my code. The link is down in the description.
So let's break down this 1v1 fight that Donk had. It's more like a 2v1 since Zontix was there, but obviously Donk is taking a duel. So we're going to break this down to half speed. Now, Maui Snake recently just pretty much made a video explaining this thing called the Donk slide. And what Donk does is that he is constantly strafing like this whenever he's trying to take duels. Then as soon as he spots someone, he will hit the opposite directional key and he will crouch, which you'll see here. Flip's gonna walk into B main, and I can speed it up here. Donk's getting ready for the fight, and you're gonna watch as soon as Flip peeks, Donk is going to immediately click the opposite strafe key and just crouch, which is right now. What this does, it makes it very hard for obviously you to be hit. And from Flip's POV, it probably looks like he's moving and shooting. So this round, Virtus Pro is going to push into tons with 4 players, and we're going to see Donk totally just not stand still. Donk is a player that looks like they have really bad ADHD, so he always wants to be moving and doing something. And you're going to watch him take this fight in full speed, and then we're going to slow it down. But you're going to see he's just ADing, and he's never standing still. Now we're going to watch this in third person, and I can even slow it down if I have to. But we're going to see Donk as they come into tons. He is just moving left to right, pretty much spamming his crouch button and just trying to take those duels where he's always on the move. So if players have really good crosshair placement, it's actually really hard to kill Donk because he's always, either crouch spamming or maybe he's crouching and moving left to right. There's a lot of examples of this that we might see in this demo. But one thing that Donk is really good at is just always being so unpredictable that as soon as you see him, you have no idea where he's going to move. And it's definitely something that a lot of you Counter-Strike players should take note of. So here we're going to see another example of the Donk slide. He's going to take this duel up here on one of the mid guys on left side mid. And we're going to watch it in full speed and then slow it down, but he's going to strafe out with his D key. He's then going to crouch and hold his A key to take this fight. And this is very important to note because obviously it makes him a harder target to hit. Now, if we watch Donk from this perspective, we're going to see that he is swinging out and then he is crouching to the right. If we watch this at a super slow speed, we're going to see Donk is strafing out and he's crouching and sliding again. And this is obviously just to make him a harder target. Now let's watch it from Fame's POV to see what he exactly sees. Now we're on Fame's POV and we're going to watch this at a quarter of the speed. You're going to see that he's aiming to the left of Donk, and that's because Donk is strafing literally just back to his left, but obviously it's Fame's right. And it makes it a lot harder to hit because Fame has to sit here and track him, and it's just such a harder target to hit. And we can even watch it again if I speed it up here. Fame's going to walk towards mid. If we watch this at full speed, we're going to see, this fight look very fast. And Fame is literally just aiming to the left since he's aiming behind him because he can't keep up with pretty much just Donk moving because no one has actually really moved like this since, like, I don't know, maybe Tarek in like 2017, maybe when he would do his little crouch sprays. But this is definitely something that you guys should practice and pretty much abuse in your Counter-Strike games. But I actually want to hop in aimbots and talk about how you can practice this and also how the mechanic works. Now that we're in aimbots, let's talk about how the Donk slide works and how you guys can do it in your own games. Let's say, for example, that I am going to strafe to the right with my D key, and as soon as I see an enemy, what I want to do is hold my A key and then obviously my crouch key and go to the opposite direction. So if I'm strafing to the right, I see an enemy, I'm going to move like this, and obviously it is vice versa. So instead of just swinging and counter strafing and shooting an enemy, you want to put some movement into your pretty much your shooting, I guess you would say, to make it a harder target for you to hit. So if I was going to the left and I see an enemy, I'm going to be obviously counter strafing with my D key and holding my crouch, and I'm not letting go of that D key. This is very easy to practice if, maybe we pretend we see someone and then we want to hit him with the crouch spray. You can do this on bots, or obviously it would be better in deathmatch as well. But this is just a good little technique that you guys should be practicing, because Donk obviously has been abusing it for a while and no one actually has any idea how to counter this. And it's crazy that tier 1 pros can even track him swinging like that. But also, one thing to note about Donk as well is that when he wants to swing an angle, he's always swinging very wide. He's not just kind of swinging and crouch peeking. He's always wide swinging, so he has room to do the donk slide. If you guys are playing, make sure you guys are wide swinging with that confidence and remembering to always hit the donk slide. So you always want to hit the confidence and the slide. Now, I'm sure eventually pro players will be pretty much used to doing this, or every single player will be doing it, but it's definitely something good that you guys should be abusing. But that's pretty much all the donk slide is, so hopefully I explained it well. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for some CS2 content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.